what's going on, everybody? What's happening? Kenan here. Today's live is being manhandled by Tom. Tom's in town.
What's going on, everybody?
Which can only mean that we've been filming videos and having a good time and doing things for Kamp Kenan. Lots happening. Busy week. I am filthy. I've been up super early. The house looks like a bomb blew off in it. We've just got so much going on. A lot of home improvements, and of course we had a huge pond build this past Sunday, which we will reveal for you next week. So hang tight. We're not going to show you it now. Tom got a little frightened because Nostradamus just walked by him. Come here, Nostradamus. So I thought, you know, we're going to have a mellow live. I'm going to hang out with you folks. Tom's going to read off some questions.
We got a new microphone.
Oh, yes.
Good audio.
Do you guys hear me? How does it sound? We spent some money. Kamp Kenan went deep into the budget, and we bought a microphone for the iPhone X. So I'm hoping you guys can hear me. Let me know how it sounds.
Yeah, sounds good. Everyone says sounds clear. Woo-hoo.
Okay, trying. We got a big bulbous microphone hanging off the back end of my phone, but I was just hanging out with these guys. We have good Wi-Fi service here, so I thought, let's hang out with the galap and aldabra. Socrates has gone in his bunker for the evening. He went in. He's a no-show today, people, which I apologize for, but you know what? It's still pretty good when you've got Darwin.
We got people saying, what's up to me? What's up, Jennifer? Hi from Portugal. That's pretty cool.
Right on, dude.
How's Rocky the alligator snapping turtle?
Oh, man, Rocky's good. Now, Rocky is living at Kyle's house. He's got a nice, perfect, muddy hole that he loves to live in with an American alligator, and he's just hanging out at Kyle's place. And, you know, everything's good with Rocky. And it's possible we may even get another snapper down the road here from my buddy, Larry. So that's pretty cool. Lots happening, though. Let's see. We had some cold snaps here in Florida, so the guys are out tonight. They're able to walk around, guys and girls. Darwin's a girl, and good old Nostradamus is a boy. So that was tough. You know, haven't really fed extensively this week. I don't feed when it gets really cold like that. It's going to warm up and then get cool again early in next week. So we have a few days reprieve before it gets cold again. Now, I know it's not as cold as you folks are experiencing up north, but it is cold enough to where it really does make a difference in the lives of these animals. We had some fun. We built a new enclosure that you guys will see soon. We did a whole how-to for that. Not really, I mean, but you'll see. It's kind of interesting. Lots happening. Just super excited about what's going on.
Someone asked if they were setting up a leopard tortoise in the UK and got all the right stuff. Would that be an okay place to set up a leopard tortoise?
Well, I mean, look, guys, if you're going to do it indoors and you can mimic nature to the best of your ability, they don't get too huge. I mean, some of them can get about 30, 35 pounds. With some localities, like some from Ethiopia, can actually get to be almost as big as sulcatas, which is incredible. There are photos of giant leopard tortoises. But to answer your question, you know, I would just be mindful if you do put the animal outside in the summer months. I know it's very wet in Great Britain, so you may want to, you know, be conscientious of that. If you do build an outdoor enclosure, perhaps put some kind of roof over it so that the animal isn't always getting rained on. Cold and damp is a death sentence for those tortoises, but if you can do it indoors and you got the space, that's possible. You guys know I love keeping animals outdoors. I always tell folks from the UK to try and go towards your smaller species of tortoise, cherryhead, any of the European tortoises, the testudo, they're good. Well, that's a testudo Egyptian tortoise. Some of the spider tortoises and smaller species from South Africa work too.
Some people are having trouble hearing me because I'm behind the microphone, but maybe now they can hear the questions better. People like the deer meat for dinner thing. Saw the feeding. Did the Burmese ever take the boar?
No, the Burm never took the boar. And someone made a good point in the comments there. And I had so much going on the day we did that on Sunday that I didn't even recognize the fact that, yes, the boar may have been too cool. I could have perhaps warmed it up somehow. But it was kind of cool, so maybe that's what did it. Also, the fact that, you know, in that room she is used to just me coming in and feeding, so it could have upset her, or the fact that she's never tasted pork before. I don't know. We may try a smaller animal down the road, but you know, Yeah, that was a funny thing. Like some people thought maybe, I'm not opposed to what Robert does. I think Robert's a great guy. He's a neighbor. He lives so close, and it's cool to have so many cool people living close by that do YouTube stuff. What I like about Robert is it's education. I personally am not against hunting, legal, well-regulated hunting. I think true hunters are conservationists because the money they spend goes into conserving those animals. The reality is that animals die every day in the wild, and if they aren't prey, if they don't become prey, their deaths are long and agonizing. So I am not against it. I do love animals. I think you can love animals and still, be. I personally don't hunt. It's just not something I grew up doing. But I don't at all have a problem with. I'm not talking about guys that trophy hunt. I'm not talking about guys that, think it's macho. I think when you're doing it and you're getting your food, that's it. And he has a real love of nature.
Someone just asked, are you coming out on Joe Rogan's podcast?
Oh man, I would love to meet Joe. I don't know. I don't think I'm big enough yet, but I have a lot to talk about. It would be fun. But love Joe Rogan's podcast. I do listen to it. I think he has a really wide range of guests. And that interests me, and that's why
we could help him with his croc issue too.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The one thing that I do take issue to is that Rogan always goes off about how they're killers, they're mindless killers. You look in their eyes. I'd love to invite him down here to see what we're doing, to see what Kyle does, to see what my friend Fred Grunwald does. Since they're in the area and they can see, we can educate him a little bit more about crocodilians and show how smart they are, show how important they are, and educate him to where if he's ever in crocodile country, just to behave like he's in crocodile country and be mindful. But I think I would really be able to blow his mind with some of that. I was listening to, you had a guest, Eric Weinstein, who's a professor of biology, and he was talking about monitor lizards. And how intelligent they are. And I got so excited because, of course, we love monitor lizards here. And that was an especially interesting podcast because Joe, again, thought, nah, man, they have dead eyes, and it's not true. And I'd be able to show it. I think we can make Joe fall in love with Slinky. So go to Joe Rogan's podcast and bombard him. Say you got to get Kamp Kenan on there and tell him I would definitely love to have him down here.
Someone said just show him the video of you swimming with the Nile crocodile.
I know, we can do that. I would love to have Rogan in the water. We'll bring him in the water. We'll put him in and share space. Maybe that would be a great video. Maybe Robert Arrington, Joe Rogan, and myself can do that, do a swimming with. We'll get Kyle around if he wants to be involved. And we can do a swimming with Joe Rogan. Let's do that. Oh, like swimming with Joe Rogan and a crocodile and a large snake and a monitor and really get him over his fear. Because I always find that interesting. So, like Joe to me is, he's an MMA guy. He's like, I've seen a meme that says he's the male version of Oprah, like he's Oprah for men. Very macho guy. But very intelligent and very philosophical, and I really would love to break through to him. I'd really love to show him and put him in the same space, not necessarily a lethal-sized crocodilian, but we can definitely get him over his fear. I think that would be a fun video.
I think Paul Cafaro must have jumped on, but I didn't see it because everyone's saying hey to Paul.
Hey, what's up, Paul? I love Paul. Paul's my adopted child. I hope his parents don't mind. Kate and I love when Paul takes a road trip with us. Paul's a lot of fun. I've really been having fun with Paul. He's enthusiastic. He reminds me of me when I was young. He's learning a great deal. And I love his videos because they're so full of positivity, and that's what I'm about, and education. And so I think it's fun to collab with Paul. We love his viewers when they come on over and hang out with us and learn something about the reptiles we love. And I'm learning more about fish, and there'll be more collabs like that as well. I think that's really important that we all share information, because if we're greedy with our information, or if we think, oh, they're competition, oh, that's no good, well, then no one grows. And I think everyone's poorer for it. So I like Paul because he's positive. There are some other guys, I just want to do good collaborations that really make sense for the channel.
Someone asked a good question about the galops. How much does it take to, or how much does it cost? I'll speak into the mic. How much does it cost to take care of and feed a galop for a year?
Very easy. It's actually not that expensive. They're cold-blooded, large enclosures here in Florida. They're eating a lot of weeds. I feed the tortoises twice a month. I'm spending about $300 to $400 on feed a month, but that feed gets spread out amongst all my animals. So I don't have a giant herd of them. Look at Nostradamus real quick. Look at how amazing he is right now. He's just chilling. It's one of my favorite things, guys. To be and share this area, okay, with them makes them feel secure. Look at how secure Nostradamus is to just lay down with me right here. I think that's testament to how trusting they are of me. But to go back to that question, let's say 300 times 12. Okay, what is that, Tom? 24? No, 2,400? I'm bad at math. 3,600. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Anyway, yeah, 3,600 a year on feed, give or take. Plus, add into that some of the produce I do get. It's probably about 4,500 a year in feed, maybe more. Now that I think about it. Probably 5,000 a year, to be honest. Yeah, because I that was just my.
That's a fair amount.
It is. But when you think that I have 300 animals here,
Right. So that's a good question. How's Hercules doing with the main group of sulcatas?
I moved Hercules. They were fighting, and Hercules hurt his arm a little bit. Not bad, but Hercules is in his own enclosure on the other side of the property. So I did wind up moving him. I was going to do an update on him. So yeah, Hercs is over there. But I may try and find, sell Hercules and get him to someone who could use another large male. I am not necessarily downsizing, but I do want to lighten my load because we're traveling more, we're doing more, there's more opportunities going. We want to make sure that I have all the right, I can move about as I need to. Right, Nas? Any other questions?
Yeah, our buddy Wicked Wildlife just sent us $7.99 from Australia.
Wicked Wildlife, what's up, dude? Why are you're always hooking us up, dude?
He said, spot on. All wildlife educators should have a shared end goal: building an empathy for wildlife.
Yes, definitely, and I say it every single time he pops on. We are gonna get there, buddy. We are gonna get to Wicked Wildlife's to his neck of the woods, so to speak. I love Australia. I love the people. I love the animals down there. I could see myself living there. Obviously, I love the hats. Every time I've been to Australia, I make new friends and I learn something fantastic. I just saw Graham Webb last week at Croc Fest. Just an amazing guy. We may put that video up on the Army channel, perhaps, in length. Just a conversation about crocodile conservation with Graham Webb. For any of you hardcore reptile aficionados who want to learn about that, that's what we're going to do. I think, Tom, we discussed it.
It's up there, actually. It's up there.
Is it already up there?
Yeah.
Go to the Army channel. If you want to just sit and listen to a man who's got just probably close to 50 years of experience working with crocodilians and being one of the men who is on the forefront of conservation, who helped bring the saltwater crocodile back from the brink of extinction in northern Australia. Just an amazing guy. So go over to the Kamp Kenan Army channel and check that out because I had a great time chatting with him.
Mr. Monkey is asking, show us Darwin, please. Please.
She's right there.
That is Darwin.
That is Darwin.
It must mean, I'm blanking out. The other glob. Who's the other glob?
Oh, the other glob, Socrates. If you can poke the camera in there.
Let's see. Let's see if Socrates is.
See if you can see there. It probably went all the way back.
He's way in the back.
She.
We only see her shadow. She didn't want to come out.
Oh, well. No problem. But we do have Nostradamus. So, yeah. Any other good questions floating around out there?
What are some foods to stay away from for sulcata tourists?
Yeah, you don't want to do spinach, obviously. Broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage is gassy. You can feed iceberg lettuce if you're just looking to add a little bit of moisture or water into their diet. You don't want to feed it exclusively, mix it in with everything else. You can feed them certain fruit every once in a while, like watermelon or cantaloupe or honeydew. It has a high moisture content, a lot of water in it. It helps the digestion, helps get some water in there for them. You don't want to feed any citrus fruits. You don't want to feed apples or anything like that. I don't know what monkey grass is. As long as monkey grass is not, a poisonous plant, then yeah, sure, why not? They eat a lot of different weeds and grasses. You gonna come up here? Look at it. See this, guys? I lay down. Come here. And Nostradamus wants to come hang out. So I allow the animal to choose if the animal wants to come to me. Very cool. I think you'll also like a video we shot that's coming out. We got the new rhino iguana juveniles all set up in an outdoor enclosure, and I think you guys will appreciate that. And I'm going to spend a lot of time in there with them over the coming weeks just to calm them down. And I will, in turn, give you their update. You know, I'll let you know how they're doing. We'll do a video after maybe about 6 months just to see how they're behaving.
Cassandra Pallone just sent $10.
Oh.
She said, thank you for doing what you do. Stay awesome.
Oh, thank you so much, Cassandra. Actually, you're awesome. Thanks for helping us out and supporting this channel. It's very important. You know, I know some of you, I sometimes see comments where people are upset, maybe that, you know, we have a Patreon or that, look, guys, we are trying to make a living doing this. The more we can just basically travel and I can feed these animals and I can get out and do things, the more content I will bring to you. I am not looking for fancy cars. I'm not looking to do any of that. I'm looking to travel the world, learn, and share that knowledge with you guys.
Exotic Exhibits sent $2 and has a question.
Okay, what's your question, Exotic Exhibits?
How could you make an affordable greenhouse?
Man, we did a video a while back with my buddy Sam Piscucci. You can go back and check that video out, where he made a greenhouse that has a plastic visqueen. I don't know if it's visqueen or not, but it's a greenhouse, fibrous. It's a plastic greenhouse vinyl. And it's a simple frame. And he just strung that over, and then he has a heating blower in there, and it's a greenhouse. In the cold, it stays warm. But greenhouses generally are quite expensive. I know Kyle's got a 204 foot long greenhouse at his old facility, his new facility. He's got new ones going up, so it's quite a pricey endeavor.
Mr. Cool Daddy sent $9.99 and he has a question.
Hey, Cool Daddy, what do you got?
Why do Ivory sulcata grow slower?
I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I can't say that it's true about all of them. I've never worked with them. One of the reasons being is we got to remember the animal. Thank you for your donation, by the way. And one of the things about them is they're mutated. They're a mutant. So who knows what's going on inside their bodies? What else has mutated aside from their color? That's something to consider. I don't have an official answer. That would be my educated guess. So there you go.
Crazy Rezo sent €2 and said, show the sulcatas.
Oh, show the sulcatas. Oh my gosh, €2.
I don't know if we'll make it over there. I'm not sure the signal's going to last because it's the other side of the property.
Guys. I don't want people to get frustrated if we move, but he sent €2. Maybe we can show Hercules. Walk over here. Yeah. Hercs is over here. Let's go find him. You might be able to see him. We'll just see. Hopefully the Wi-Fi lasts. He's just over this wall right here. Yeah, there he is. I see him. You know, Tom, stand up on this. Here, I'm going to take you see him? Stand up on here. There he is. There's the Hercs. Oop, careful. Don't go dying on me now, Tom. So you guys see Hercules? You stay there, Tom.
Yeah, good shot.
So here's Hercules. I'll flip him around. He's hanging out here. Hey, Herc. So there's Hercules. He's fine. It's just a cool day. It's just a nice, cool day. So the animals aren't as energetic as normal. But there he is. So there's her. Thank you for your donation. And I still believe that's pretty good. Euros are doing good. Are they still beating the dollar, Tom? You know that.
I think they are.
All right.
Catherine wants to know, how big of a pond do you need for a fly river?
Oh, wow. Good question. Well, for one fly river, you're talking about a turtle that gets fairly large. Bigger is always better. However, if you live in an area like I do that sometimes experiences some cool weather, you want to make sure you don't go too big to where you can't efficiently heat the water and keep the water from falling below 65 degrees. I'd say for an adult fly river turtle, a 15 by 15 or 15 by 10 pond is going to be pretty good.
Crazy Rezo sent another €5 with a question about sulcatas.
Okay, what do you got?
My sulcata is 1 year and 13 centimeters.
Oh boy, we got to do.
Is it good or too small? 13 centimeters. What's that in inches? I'm not sure.
Someone's going to have to do that. Google that, someone. What's 13 centimeters? And we're all going to help each other out here in inches. Do you guys know? Someone's going to do it for us. Someone Google. Here we go. I'm waiting.
Someone who's got the conversion for us?
They got
13 centimeters. How many? What is
Watch
that in
what
inches?
happens. Someone's going to hook us up.
Five. Someone said 5.5 and 5.1.
5 inches. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. 1 year old, definitely. You also want to, get a good weight. Basically, just measure the weight. The weight should be increasing. That's all you need to look for. Is the weight increasing month to month? Then you know the animal's growing. It's feeling good, feeling solid. And that shell's got to firm up also. All right, guys. So we had a good little video. We answered a lot of questions. You guys have been great. Thank you for your donations. Thanks for just following me. I really do appreciate it. We're having a great time. Tom's going to be coming down once a month now to film videos with me starting in 2000 and what is the year?
2019, and we got a lot of big stuff planned, like massive things.
Massive things planned for 2019. You guys are going to be part of it because you guys have been a part of my life, and I appreciate it. So that's why we do these lives. Hope you enjoyed this live. We got a new microphone. See, we're spending that money on upgrades, people. So we're trying to make this channel the best reptile education channel out there. And I hope you guys will continue to follow us. If you want to help out further, go to patreon.com/Kamp Kenan, and you can help us out on there for some additional content, videos, and pictures you can't see anywhere else. And also, don't forget to go to Instagram, okay? Check us out on Instagram. Of course, it's at Kamp Kenan there for more videos, more pictures, and more hijinks. And as always, like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Say goodbye to Tom, everyone.
Hey, guys.
Say goodbye to the tortoises. We're out of here. So long, people. See you later, Nas.